How can you scale your business and make sure that you enjoy the journey along the way? Hey guys, this is Kilian, and in the past 4.5 years, we have worked together with over 100 agency or eCom brand owners, and what we have noticed is that a lot of people have the same type of problems, the same type of issues are coming up that prevent them to scale their business to the next level, and at the same time make sure that they do so without sacrificing their health or just enjoying the journey and the life that they are trying to build for themselves. So let's dive right into it. What are the 6 points? Point number 1 is that the problem we see regularly is that agency or e-com brand owners don't have consistently high energy levels. So that usually starts by their sleep being affected, that they don't sleep well consistently. And then of course the energy during the day fluctuates a lot. That sometimes, for example, in the morning they are kind of groggy already, need some coffee to get started into the day. And then after lunch, for example, again, huge afternoon lows happening. They lose focus again, and then that impacts the things that they're working on. So basically, you start to procrastinate on the difficult tasks that are important for your business. You get distracted much more. You're also more frustrated. And very often we see that even they tell us that their team is noticing it. You're more irritable, right? You're reacting more to problems there. You're maybe even getting more impatient, maybe even screaming at the team members. And also not a good example for the team. So consistent energy is absolutely crucial to make time for this as well. Point number 2 is that many agency e-com brand owners don't have a good workday structure. That means they're lacking this planning, structuring, and organizational skills to really line up and organize their time and themselves well so that they're working on the right things. What's usually happening is that early in the morning already, checking notifications, having team meetings and things like that, instead of making sure to plan out the day and work on the right things. The days are usually all over the place, just reacting here and there, what's going to happen, messages, requests here and there. And this, of course, doesn't allow you to grow your business working on the right things if you're just constantly distracted. That leads, of course, to you then feeling guilty at the end of the day, having to catch up on work, and of course, combined with low energy, that's just a vicious cycle. You're not growing the business the most efficient way possible. Problem number 3 is that lots of agency e-com brand owners are not delegating properly. If you don't work enough time, deep work style on hiring activities, on setting up company documentation, SOPs and so on, it's very difficult to delegate properly. But other things are also that there's things like control issues, that you feel like you have to do everything. You can't get yourself out of it. You can do it the best way. And that is leadership related, right? That you start to assume ownership of your own things, but also allow your team to take ownership. So only if you get those things handled, your own leadership, plus the way you show up, setting a good example, plus creating the right documentation systems and processes, can you delegate properly, hire the right people, and therefore get yourself out of the operations and therefore really scale your business the most efficient way possible. Point number 4, there is no separation between work and relaxing in the evening. Of course, all of us, I'm hoping we are excited about work and the business that we're in. But the problem is when work bleeds into the evening, and a lot of guys we have seen, they have this problem shutting down in the evening because still late at night answering emails, answering Slack, then overthinking things that happened in work. Again, it impacts sleep. It impacts also maybe a relationship, maybe girlfriend, partner, wife. And then it of course impacts simply your well-being because you can't calm down, you're stressed a lot. Or just doing other things outside of business because we think, just work always on the business. Sometimes it's smarter to have some times where you're doing something completely different, like reading a book, and that will allow your brain, give your brain time and space to come up with solutions and process things. If you keep feeding the brain with stuff related to business, it has problems to process things. So sometimes taking a walk, taking a hot shower, just reading a fiction book can give you the best ideas that you get for your business, and it's actually the most productive use of your time. So have some of this relaxing and wind down time in the evening, not more input, but actually less screens. That will be fantastic for you. Point number 5 is a lot of e-com guys have been successful, but many of them have achieved that by sacrificing their health, or at least neglecting it. And that means, over the years, not having gone to the gym consistently, having bad habits like smoking, eating unhealthy food or not healthy food regularly, and maybe having even gained weight, getting out of shape. Or it goes even that people say, they have tension headaches, headaches because of bad posture while working or just working too much, not moving enough. And then also, of course, stress is accumulating if you don't move your body and work out enough. Exercise is one of the best methods for relieving stress as well. Even for some of guys, doctors have said already, you need to change something here. If you don't work on your stress levels, you might even get more seriously sick. So these are like the warning signs that a lot of guys are neglecting. For some of them, it's like, it's not so important, what food I eat or if I work out regularly, because you might still be young. But the thing is, if you don't fix this now, the stuff is going to compound. The habits are getting more and more difficult to break if you don't work on them now. So take care of your health. You're like an athlete. You're going to be a better leader. You're going to make smarter decisions. You're going to be more sharp on calls, in sales calls, team meetings, hiring people. You're going to make better decisions that are going to make you much more money. So you need to be sharp, healthy, and straight to the point. And point number 6 is very similar. The final point is one of the most neglected ones, is the point of mental health. And that's like, if you neglect your mental well-being, this is going to cost you a lot of money. Because if you, for example, get burned out, your business is going to crash. Very likely. What is it worth it to you if your business is going to crash because you're going to be burned out, or you can't work anymore, or basically you have some other mental issues, or simply you don't enjoy the journey for business anymore because you can't be happy, you can't be grateful for it, because you're always chasing the next thing. Mental well-being is something that you work on, because if you just compare yourself to others on social media, see their amazing results and just feel bad about yourself, use this to judge yourself, to be really hard on yourself, then this is not gonna make you happy. Make sure you have amazing mental well-being so that you can stick in this game long term, because what grows the business the most efficient way possible? It's consistency. And if you're in this game long term, this is because you enjoy the process. I'm curious, guys, comment it below. What is it for you, the biggest problems that you have solved or to pay attention to that you wish you knew sooner? Comment below. I'm reading all of the comments. If you guys want help with any of these points and you have found yourself in some of them and you're like, that's exactly me, then this is exactly what we work and help people with. Go to kilianmarket.com and apply for your free consultation call with me, and we're going to come up with a game plan how we help you step by step improve those so you can scale your business to those 7 or 8 figures or beyond the most efficient way possible. If that was helpful, then click on subscribe and see you on the next episode.